Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Curly Chemistry Live. I'm so glad you are here. To everyone watching the replay, welcome to the replay. What is going on? Hey, Lanaya. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Shay. Hey, Wendy. How you doing, girl? How you doing? Okay, let me go ahead and let Instagram know that we are officially live. Oh, hold, please. What am I doing? Okay, I need to get the link. In the meantime, let's see. Where are you guys at? Where are you from? What state are you at? Where are you watching me from? All of those things. Can you guys see me okay? Can you see me and hear me okay? All right, let's see. We are live now. Exclamatory mark, exclamatory mark. You can see me and hear me? Okay, good. Okay, awesome. Yay! Yay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We got Phoenix. We got Tennessee. We got Smyrna, Georgia in the house. Where else are you guys at? As I let let Instagram know that we are officially live. Because I have a bad habit of not letting my other platforms know that I'm live. So we're going to go ahead and share the link with them. Smyrna, Canada, Delaware. And while I'm talking, think about your question. Like, what questions you guys may have for me? Hair care, scalp care, all the things. Wow, we have London, Chicago, North Carolina. Okay, we are live now. So let me go add some music really quick because I just have to add something really quick. Okay. Virginia, Michigan, Maryland. I did a blowout, and to my surprise, it passed shoulder length. Yay! Lisa, what are you doing? Like, what helped you get past shoulder length? You got to spill the tea. You got to let us know. You can't just drop that in the chat and not tell us what you're doing. You can't do that. So you have to let us know what you did. What products are you using? As I let my Curly Chemistry community on Instagram know, I'm still lollygagging right now, but Detroit, Jamaica, Florida, Arkansas, New York, Texas, welcome. Okay, I'm live now on YouTube. YouTube. Join us. All right. Here we go. I dropped the link. Boom, we're done. I'm all yours. What's going on? We got Annette in here. We got Arkansas, New York, Texas, Michigan, Texas, Florida. I love it. Illinois. Okay, you guys are not playing. You guys are seriously asking questions right now. Let's get into it. Because my goal is to be off by like 8:15, 8:30, something like that. So we're gonna see what to do. What's going on with my hair really quick? I did a blowout last night, and I also did a mini silk press, just a little bit of silk press. When I do my silk press, I try to do one pass. The flat iron I use and I highly recommend is the Bionic one pass flat iron. Why do I love this flat iron so much? Because it is designed for a one pass, okay? You don't have to be, we ain't got time for that, okay? So the Bionic flat iron, thank you, Journey. The Bionic flat iron is the one I use. I purchased it maybe like 2 years ago, and I ain't going to another one no time soon. So I love that. And then also the plates, I don't really know the science behind it off the top of my head, but the plates actually help to seal the cuticle for like less frizz and whatnot. So, and obviously shine. You see the shine? So the Bionic one pass flat iron, that's the one I used last night for my hair. I did a hardcore Apogee 2-step protein treatment, maybe like 3 weeks ago. So you guys know, before I put any type of direct heat like this on my hair, I absolutely do a hardcore protein treatment that helps my hair to not get heat damage. So between sorry, I can't think right now. So between the protein treatment that I do and the flat iron, that helps to reduce the heat damage. And once again, you guys know I don't use heat like that anyway. Is it in your Amazon storefront? Ooh, girl, that's a good question. I don't think it is. I need to add it. But in the meantime, what I will do is put the link in the chat just so you can have it. But I will definitely put it in the Amazon storefront. Or matter of fact, I can do it right now. If you don't mind waiting 1 second, I can go ahead and add it. Hold on, gang. Then we'll go ahead and get started. Because silk press season is officially here. It is officially here. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to add it. What I'm going to do is add it to Curly Chemistry favorite things. So it's in there now. Let me go ahead, excuse me, and get that link so I can put it in the chat for you all. And you can have the link and you can go ahead and get it for yourself. I'm on 10 right now. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. I got the link. Boom, there it is. It's in the chat. That's the Curly Chemistry favorite thing storefront. It's the very first product you will see. That's the flat iron I use. Of course, do your research because you may want to get it. You may not. It's up to you, but that's what I use to flat iron my hair. All right, y'all. I'm done talking. If you do have more questions about my hair, let me know. I try to do like these little cinnamon rolls, these little pin curl cinnamon rolls. They're not matching, but it's okay. We're here anyway. They're cousins. They're not twin sisters. They're cousins. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get to these questions. I'm super excited. Let's see. What are the best scalp treatments? That's a great question, Lanaya. So the best scalp treatments, number one, I'll say this, it depends on what your goal is. Is your goal to detox your scalp? Is your goal to clarify your scalp? Is your goal to support hair growth? What's the goal? So I would say this, a good scalp treatment could be something like if you're trying to clarify, kind of give your follicles a fresh restart or support the microbiome of the scalp, kind of like a nice reset. Apple cider vinegar rinses are great to help detox the scalp. I love the Olaplex charcoal shampoo. That one's amazing too. If you're trying to, reduce inflammation on your scalp, like if you have psoriasis or seborrheic dermatitis or alopecia, aloe vera juice, aloe vera gel scalp massages as a pre-poo treatment for the scalp is great. And of course you can't go wrong with scalp massages with a hair growth oil. So it depends on your goal. But I love that topic. I'm going to write that down because I think I should definitely make a video on that, like different scalp treatments based on different challenges and just different solutions. So thank you for that idea, but hopefully that helps. All right, great question. Thank you, Peaches. Okay, let's see. What's your thoughts on Biotin shampoo? I saw people post pictures of before and after using Biotin shampoo. The results seem promising. That's a great question. So Biotin shampoo, I think it's a great idea. I think there definitely is room for results within that formulation. Biotin is a water-soluble vitamin. So it actually does a great job at doing well in shampoos. And I say that because sometimes certain raw materials, just because they are in shampoos doesn't mean that they are going to be as efficacious in the formulation. But Biotin, because it is water soluble, it does well in shampoos. Now, the real question is what percentage is the Biotin in the shampoo? Like if you have it in there at 0.000000001%, it's not going to be that effective. But based off the shampoo that you're referring to, it sounds like people are getting good results with it. People are actually liking the shampoo. So I think that's a good sign. But yeah, I would definitely give it a shot for sure, especially if the reviews are higher than 4.5. With your help, I paid extra attention to my ends. Awesome. So for those who just came in, Lisa one of our curl friends, she mentioned that she recently blow dried her hair and her hair is now past her shoulders. And we celebrate that. We love that. And I asked her, like, what did you do? Like, you got to tell us what you did. And she said, with your help, I paid extra attention to my ends. And that is the key for hair growth. That is the key for length retention, because hair growth, yes, you want to buy the oils, you want to get the vitamins, all the things, right? Of course, but you really want to be preserving your ends, because I always say this, what's the point of you investing in the most expensive, most promising XYZ product for the scalp and internally if you're not protecting your ends? Because our ends, as you guys know, curly chemistry community, you guys already know, our ends are the oldest part of our hair. So they've seen some things, they've been through a lot. They're not that strong versus the hair closest to our roots, right? So what Lisa is saying is that she has given her ends extra TLC. She's been moisturizing her hair. She's been sealing her hair. You know, other ways to pay extra attention to your ends is cutting split ends, getting rid of dead ends. You know, all of these things help you to see the length that your scalp is giving you. So Lisa, whatever you're doing, sis, keep it up because it's working. You are past shoulder length. Next stop is armpit length. Okay, you got it. I'm excited for you. Okay, let's see. Linda says, what's the best method to determine your porosity? So here's the thing. There's multiple tests, as you guys may or may not know, but I will say this too, different parts of your hair will have different porosities. The majority of my hair is low porosity, but I do have I do have some sections that are high porosity. I just do. Now, to determine your porosity, one of the telltale reasons, and if I could bet money, I would probably say this is the test to do. How long does it take for your hair to dry? Like when you are air drying your hair, how long does it take to dry? If your hair is dry within an hour or within 2 hours, more than likely you have high porosity hair. So what that means is that your cuticle is lifted so your hair does not retain moisture for a very long time. So it dries quickly. But if you have low porosity hair, you can air dry your hair and by the next morning, the next afternoon, your hair is still damp. It may not be completely like wet, damp, but you have certain parts where it's like, man, my hair's still wet. Dang, like I can't even take my twist out because my hair is still wet. More than likely, you have low porosity hair because low porosity cuticle, your cuticles are a little bit more tighter. They're a little bit more closed. So therefore, your hair retains moisture longer. So it takes a little bit longer for your hair to be completely dry. So honestly, that's the test that I would personally bet money on. That's that, you know. Now, of course, you can always do the cup test, where if your hair floats, it's low porosity. If it sinks, it's high porosity. You know, you can do that too, but I like the air dry test. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Do scalp serums really work? I've been hearing so much about sacred drops. Great question. So do scalp serums really work? In my opinion, it depends on the formula. Because someone can create a scalp serum and all they have in there is water and a few carrier oils and maybe a little bit of extract, and that thing don't work. You know what I'm saying? But specifically the sacred drops and a few other ones that I have in my Amazon storefront have peptides within their formulation. And peptides are signaling proteins. So basically, if they are in the formula at an efficacious level, and you may be asking, well, Tanya, how will I know if the peptides are in the formula at an efficacious level? The reviews. The reviews will tell you if that formula has enough of the peptides within it. And when I say an efficacious level, I mean the company, the brand has put these peptides, these active ingredients in there at a level where they actually work. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference, and now I feel like I'm about to get on my soapbox a little bit, but there's a difference between marketing ingredients and functional ingredients. And for those who do, or excuse me, for those who don't have the Curly Girls Guide to Hair Care Ingredients, that ebook is a game changer. The link is below. Definitely check it out. Okay. Matter of fact, I think it's still active. I'm not too sure, but if it is active, use the code CC15. It should be still active. The code CC15 will get you 15% off all of my curly chemistry ebooks. So if you really want to understand the science behind what you're using, get your hands on some of these ebooks. But in that ebook, I talk about the difference between marketing ingredients and functional ingredients. Every product in your bathroom has a marketing or functional ingredient within it. Perfect example, going back to your question, where's the lady who asked me that question? I want to say her name. Dejanay. Hey, sis. Going back to Sacred, because they do use peptides in their product. If they put peptides in there, once again, at a marketing level, 0.000001%, you're not going to see any results. Sorry, it's not going to happen. It's not enough. It's not in the formulation enough to be effective for hair growth. But if Sacred is using these signaling peptides at an efficacious level, maybe that's 0.5% or 1% in the formulation, they're going to see results. And how do you know that? The reviews will tell you that. So if they are using those type of actives, which Sacred is, you're going to see results because signaling peptides literally signal hair growth within the scalp. Now you may be wondering, okay, Tanya, Sacred's been sold out, or I don't want to invest that much money into a scalp serum. I think Sacred is like what, $56 or something like that. If you go to my Amazon storefront, the link is below. Click that, okay? Look for the picture that says peptide powered hair growth. I have a list of, I think 4 or 5 different peptide hair growth serums in there, not Sacred. I don't have Sacred in there. So these are other options outside of Sacred, ranging from different price ranges that I think will be really, really helpful for you guys. So definitely check it out. Great question. All right, let's see. Next one. All right, let's see. What's in the ORS? What's in the ORS moisturizing lotion you recommended? This is good for your hair. What's in the ORS? Let's look at it together. So the ORS moisturizing lotion is actually a moisturizer I used to use a lot when I was relaxed. And it's still a great product as well. Let's look at the ingredients. So they have a lot of oil. So the first ingredient is water. So they're leading with the water as their main hydration, but they're also leaning in with safflower oil and castor oil. Now there's also petrolatum in here, which helps with locking in that moisture even more and also softening the hair. Everything else is pretty much like your preservative. You have some marketing in here, but you do have dimethicone in there too in that formulation. So that dimethicone is aiding in the slip of that lotion as well. So I think it's a great product. I think it's worth using. I don't see any red flags with it. So if you are looking for a moisturizer, the ORS olive oil moisturizing lotion is a great option. What are your thoughts on homemade Ayurvedic treatments like sprays and homemade oils? Would you recommend them for growth? I would, absolutely. There's been quite a few research on Ayurvedic herbs like neem and amla and brahmi and brimraj, for example, and a lot of them have been known for activating hair growth. I do believe, though, the herbal quality matters. So if you are going to purchase herbs like off of Amazon, for example, just make sure the quality is there. Check the reviews, of course, but really consistency is going to be key. Absolutely. But I think they're definitely worth checking out. I mean, Ayurvedic herbs have been used amongst Indian women for centuries, you know, and they have beautiful hair. So I think it's definitely worth looking into for sure. All right, let's see. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. For those who are saying my hair is cute. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's see. Let's keep going. Shauna says, I am a straight natural. I have dermatitis and my scalp is always itchy. What can I use on my scalp that won't revert my hair? Ooh, revert your hair. Okay, so okay. Is it Design Essentials? I think it's Design Essentials. So I'll say this. So for itchy scalp, and you are a straight natural, so ideally you may want to stay away from water-based products, because I was going to say like a scalp serum, like a water-based scalp serum, but of course you don't want to revert your natural hair, right? So a really good one I would say for itchiness is the Design Essentials Anti-Itch Scalp Oil. I think that's the name. Let me double check first. Design Essentials. Hold on one second. Yep, that's it. So it's the Design Essentials Scalp and Skincare Anti-Itch and Tension Relief. This product has aloe vera and also where'd you go? Here we go. And also has tea tree oil within it as well. So I would check that out. If you want to make your own anti-itch serum at home, you can definitely do that with jojoba oil, a few drops of tea tree and peppermint as well. But if you don't, I would definitely check out the Design Essentials Anti-Itch Scalp Oil. All right, let's see. I'm starting my own line and been waiting to buy your teaching course. Can you talk about what's all that's offered? Are you referring to the one-on-one consultation service that I do for hair care lines? If that's what you're referring to. So basically that's a 1-hour consultation where I talk with you about what your vision is. But the main thing is I help you with formulating. So let's say you want to create like a conditioner and you don't know where to start. Basically, based off of what your vision is for your conditioner, I will walk you through how to create the conditioner that is designed for your target audience. I also tell you what ingredients to include in your formulation and what to avoid. And I think that's going to either make or break your formula, because if you don't really know exactly what to add based off of your vision for your product line, that can definitely affect the formulation. So ingredient selection, I also help with marketing as well. So because I am in the personal care industry, I have access to a lot of trends that haven't even hit the market yet. So you get access to those trends before they even hit the market. You also get access to my personal vendor list, my resources for ingredient suppliers, manufacturers, packaging suppliers, label suppliers, all of the things. Okay. So yeah, and then also in that service, you can also send me your products and I would love to, try them out and give you my personal feedback as well. And if you have any issues with your formula, like troubleshooting, like, girl, my conditioner is falling apart, what's going on? I can help you troubleshoot that as well. And if you currently have a formula, I can help you enhance it. And when I say enhance it, meaning help with increasing the slip, increasing the softness for the hair in that formulation. So really targeting your formula based off of the benefits that you're looking for. Long story short, so the link for the consult is below. Check out the reviews, check out my past clients, all my receipts are there. Check them out. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Before I continue, oh, good, awesome, you're welcome. Before I continue, guys, with the questions, I want to read the room. Is this helpful so far? Put a 1 in the chat if this has been helpful so far, and if I should continue with the live. Let me know. Thank you, Nita. I appreciate you. Okay, I'm getting 1s, I'm getting hearts, I'm getting a little the celebratory horns. Okay, great. Let's keep going. We're gonna keep on going. Okay, let's see. Where did I leave off at? All right, the last question was Faith. I answered her question. All right, let's see. Love says, I've been drinking a lot of water and changing my vitamins. My hair is much healthier. Yay! We love that. Love, tell us. Love, myself. What vitamins have you been using? If you're still here, like, drop them in the chat and let us know what's been working for you. Blessed to have Aiden says, what are your thoughts on covering your head 80% of the day? Wig cap, bonnet, hats, etc. So 80% of the day, honestly, I think it's fine. I mean, As long as you are keeping up with the maintenance. And when I say maintenance, meaning you're washing your hair on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, you're deep conditioning your hair at least once or twice a month, you're moisturizing your hair and sealing your hair multiple times throughout that week. That's really the most important thing. Because I kid you not, when I'm in this house by myself, half the time my hair is in under a scarf, okay, or a bonnet. It's tucked away. The only time I really put my hair out or down is when I'm in front of y'all or if I'm stepping outside. That's it, So 80% of the time, your hair is under a scarf or something. That's completely fine. Just keep up with the health and the maintenance. Don't neglect your hair and your scalp. That's the biggest thing. Great question. All right. Shakima says, if my hair appears to have some heat damage from constant blow drying in the past, and when I do my wash and go, my hair is frizzy and won't curl much in those areas, should I do a bonding treatment? I think you should. I think that'd be really good. And then also, I would keep protein in your hair care regimen too. Like you guys already know, I recommend doing a lightweight protein treatment once a month. That alone will help to reduce that frizz right there. But definitely, I would do a bonding treatment. I typically recommend K18 or Olaplex. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Lady A says, hey, Tanya, I just hopped in. Happy to see you. I just wanted to know when to use the apple cider vinegar rinse before washing. No. So you want to do the apple cider vinegar rinse. Once again, the diluted, because it has to be diluted. You want to do the diluted apple cider vinegar rinse before you condition your hair, after you shampoo your hair. Ideally, this treatment works best on cleansed hair, cleansed scalp. So you want to give it a fresh canvas to work on. So definitely after you shampoo your hair, take that diluted apple cider vinegar rinse, pour that on your scalp, on your hair, massage that into your scalp, kind of rub that down your hair, keep it off like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, if that, rinse it off, and then proceed with your conditioner. That's what I recommend. Great question. And also ACV rinse is good for those who have dandruff as well. Because a lot of times those who have dandruff, the pH of the scalp is higher than it needs to be or than it should be. So to help bring that pH down, to kind of balance the pH, apple cider vinegar rinsing diluted is key. It's a great natural solution. Okay, Journey Soul says, I have a question about my hair turning gray and losing my curls. I'm using Kinky Curly, which is working pretty good. Okay, what's the question? I have a question about my hair turning gray and losing my curls. Okay, so the hair turning gray. So of course, depending on your age, that is normal. But in some cases, it could be a vitamin B deficiency that can lead to premature graying. So I don't know how old you are, sis, but if you are in your 20s or maybe even your 30s, it can also be genetic too, but there are cases where you are lacking something. Your body is lacking a B vitamin which is causing the premature graying. So it could be that. As far as losing your curl definition, that could be a lack of protein in your diet and also a lack of protein on your hair. Once again, I always say protein treatments once a month, lightweight protein as a preventative, and also to give some more spring bounce back into your curl as well. So hopefully that helps. Can you do henna? Shay says, can you do henna with Rasul clay mask in the same month as protein? That might be too much. Because even though henna technically is not a protein treatment, in a sense, it kind of acts like it, because it does kind of fill in the gaps, fill in the damaged pieces of the hair. So I wouldn't do it in the same month. I would probably space it out. That's what I would do. And if you do offer products for men, what do you recommend? You know what, Tristan? I probably should look more into men's hair care. Honestly, I just recommend all products, like any product I'm talking about, men can use too, you know. But as far as like a certain men's hair care brand, I need to do my research. I probably should make like a dedicated video just for the guys, where it's like, hey, this product is designed for men. Check out this brand. So more to come. More to come on that. Okay. Do you think, Jasmine says, do you think it's too much to wash your hair every 5 days? I mean, I don't think that's too bad, honestly. Now, if you said every 2 days, then I would say, girl, it's too much. But the biggest thing is, how does your hair respond when you wash your hair every 5 days? Is it dry? Is it stripping? Is it kind of frizzy? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that will let you know if your hair is in sync with your wash day routine of every 5 days, because our hair always talks to us. You know, it communicates in a sense. Like, your hair will let you know if it likes a certain thing or not. So Jasmine, with you washing your hair every 5 days, how's your hair respond? If your hair feels good, if it feels nourished and soft, then stick with that. Absolutely stick with that. Mecca says, hello. Can you talk about castor oil making hair fall out? I have heard this before and wasn't sure if it was really true, but I used some and it seemed to make my hair worse in my thinning areas. That's a great question, Mecca. So here's the thing. 2 things come to mind in this case of castor oil making the hair fall out. Number 1, your scalp may not like it. You know, it could be like a allergic reaction that's taking place. It could be that your scalp is just not compatible with castor oil. And that's just you or someone else. You know, I love castor oil. My scalp likes it. You know what I'm saying? But some people like you don't like it, and that's okay. Or, and here's my second point. It could be the quality of the castor oil. It could be the brand. Because I always say how vitamins, you know, for example, protein powders, oils, depending on the brand, you know, the quality matters. You can have 2 brands, separate brand A, brand B, selling castor oil, right? Brand A may have cheaper pricing, right? But their castor oil quality is horrible. Okay. The process, it hasn't been purified properly. It's just trash, but it's cheaper. So people grab it. You know what I'm saying? Or this one over here, brand B castor oil, you know, might cost a little $15 or something like that, but the quality is supreme. It's gone through the correct processing. It's gone through the correct type of purification. The quality is superb. So you see the real results that castor oil gives you. So it could be that you are allergic, or it could be the brand that you try to just, it ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So it was either one of those. Great question. And the same thing applies to Biotin too. Biotin too, because I've heard people say bad things about Biotin, like Biotin ain't work for me, and then I find out that they use some off-brand Biotin. I'm like, girl, that's why, because the quality is trash. Once again, every case it varies. That's why I love Pure Encapsulations. Once again, this isn't sponsored. I love that brand, Pure Encapsulations. Anything Pure Encapsulations, hands up, raise the roof, all the things, because their quality is amazing. If you go to their website, go to pureencapsulations.com. I think that's the website, but just Google Pure Encapsulations and go to their website. They will literally show you what makes their stuff so different from other brands, how they purify their vitamins, how they process the different type of test their vitamins go through. That's why I love that brand so much. Like the Biotin I use, the B complex I use is Puritan. I keep saying Puritan. Is Pure Encapsulation. So the brand matters. I'm off my soapbox now. Okay. What is PVP in hair care products? That is such a great question. So PVP stands for, and I always kind of get it confused myself. So let me go ahead. Okay, polyvinyl pyrrolidone. I hate that word. Let's do it together. Polyvinyl pyrrolidone polyvinyl pyrrolidone. So basically, what is that? So what is it in hair care product? Is it harmful? Can you educate? Yes, absolutely. So PVP, for short, is a polymer. So basically, polymers like PDP, you will find them supremely in hair gels. You may find them in leave-in you can find them in leave-in conditioners. You can find them not really in conditioners, but styling creams, but definitely gels for sure. And what they do is they thicken the water phase. So think about Jello. If you've ever made Jello before, right? You have like this warm water and you have this powder, which is gelatin, which is also a polymer. You add it to the warm water, and what does it do? It creates this jelly consistency, right? So the same thing is kind of what PVP does. Now, PVP can help with hold. It can help with curl definition. It can help with slicking the hair back, shine. That is what that does in hair care products. It helps to enhance the curl definition, enhance the hold, and it's just an overall great styling agent. Now, is it dangerous? No, it's not dangerous at all. PVP is definitely a safe ingredient. When we use it in hair care formulations, it's definitely like less than 1%. So we use it at a very, very low amount, but it's great for styling, like styling products like hair gels, for example. But that's what PVP is. PVP. Great question. Let's see. I'm planning to go to a professional hairstylist to get a trim. I don't want to see how chewed up my ends are from these braids. But you know what? That's kind of like the process to get over to the other side. You know, you got to get rid of the dead ends. You got to get rid of the split ends, because even though length is cute, damaged length is not cute. Okay. Like even me looking at my ends, like I probably need to do a trim very soon. You know what I'm saying? But you want to get over that, because once you cut off those dead ends, I kid you not, your styles, your braid outs, your twist outs, your washing goes are going to look 10 times better. Okay. And it's going to help with length retention. Because if you have split ends, what's going to happen? Your ends are going, or your hair is going to split up. You can't fix split ends. I have not found a product that fixes split ends. If you have one, let me know. Okay. But usually once you have a split end, eventually they're just going to keep riding up and literally splitting the cuticle, splitting the hair shaft. And that's going to make your hair look really frizzy and bushy. So just cut the ends and you'll be just fine. Your hair will grow back, which is great. Okay, Darlene says, how do we increase strand thickness? I have fine strands, but want them to be heavier. Great question. So believe it or not, Darlene, consistent protein treatments in some cases can increase the thickness of your hair. Absolutely. Absolutely. So protein treatments are a great way to thicken your hair. I would also check your iron levels, your vitamin D levels, because it could be like a nutritional deficiency, you know, of to why you have fine hair. So, you know, just increasing your iron, increasing your vitamin D if you are deficient, or even getting on a good biotin or a good hair complex vitamin can also help to increase the thickness of your hair. With any vitamin, I would say give it at least 3 months, 2 to 3 months to see results. Consistency is going to be key for sure. And then the other thing I would say is it could be genetic, because finer hair could be a genetic thing, you know, especially if women in your family are known for having finer hair. It could be that too, you know, but you do have options, you know, so definitely look into, you know, getting your blood work done for sure, and also increasing your protein intake internally and also on your hair as well. Great question. Excuse me. Is it possible to have both porosity? Yes, absolutely. So the back of my hair, like, so the majority of my hair is low porosity, but then I have this piece up here, the crown. I don't know what it is, but the crown of my hair is high porosity. So you can absolutely have multiple porosities for sure. You can definitely have that. I always recommend 10 to the majority. So since the majority of my hair is low porosity, if I'm looking for a low porosity product or hair, you know, a porosity based product, I'm going to go for the low porosity, because I'm catering to the majority of my hair, which is low porosity. But yes, you can absolutely have both for sure. Chinaza says, hi, do you know why I encounter a lot of tangles after taking my 2 months protective style down? I do detangle and wash my hair and twist. Okay, so Chinaza, it could be because of the length of your protective style. 2 months is a long time, in my opinion. I know everyone has different opinions about protective styles. Like, oh, you can leave it in for 3 months, 6 months. That's fine. But me, I think 2 months is a long time, especially if your hair has just been in this one position, like frozen for 2 months. You know what I'm saying? So I think that plays a role for sure. Now, there's two things that could have happened. The first thing is the state of your hair prior to the protective style. Was your hair thoroughly detangled? Like, could you take a comb and like effortlessly just go shoo, shoo, without any type of because if you have there's something going on. Okay, so that was the first question, because if you got a protective style and your hair was not totally fully detangled, that's going to cause problems during the takedown for sure, you know? So it could be that. And then also, when you are taking protective style down, you got to be very, very careful too. You know, you can't rush through it. You got to have the right tools. So it could be one of those things, but I would just say if you can shorten the protective style time, you may have a different outcome next time. So instead of doing 2 months, just do 4 weeks. Just do 4 weeks if you can, and you'll probably see a huge difference when it comes to the tangles. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Okay, Lena says, hi Tanya. In reference to low versus high porosity, when you say how long does it take to dry, is it best to test with or without product? My hair dries quick without product, but slower with a moisturizer. And that makes sense. So I would say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because the reason why I say this, and I've even tested this with like a leave-in conditioner, you know. So I think if you do it with a product or without a product, it still doesn't matter. Like if you're air drying your hair and you have product on your hair, it does make sense that it's going to dry slower because of the oils in that product, right? The cream, the fatty alcohols, for example, in that formulation. But I would say this too: if your hair is still kind of damp or even wet the next morning, the next day, I would still call you low porosity. If your hair is completely dry within an hour or two, I would still call you high porosity, you know? So hopefully that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does or not, but with or without product, I would still use that test. And of course, you can always do the cup test to kind of confirm it as well. And then what you could do also, which is kind of a test, is spray water on your hair and look at the droplets on the cuticle. If you notice that they instantly absorb, your high porosity. If they don't absorb instantly and they leave like little balls of water, beads on your hair, you're low porosity. So let the air drying test be the primary test, but then the secondary test to be the confirmation be either the cup test or the spray, water bead on the cuticle be that confirmation. That's what I would do. Because once again, anytime we're talking porosity, it always gets tricky because it does depend on the product that we're using, the state of our hair, the health, the damage. So always do 2 tests to kind of act as a confirmation. So that's what I would do. Hopefully that helps. All right, let's see. What do you think of the OGX Argan Oil Moroccan shampoo for high porosity hair? Let's look at it together. Let's see. OGX Argan Oil, high porosity hair. Is it for high porosity or it's just in general? Okay, let's see. I have it here. Ooh, it has really good ratings. That's a good sign. 4.6. That's a really good sign. Okay, so I'm looking at the ingredient list. It has some really good cleansing surfactants in here. very gentle cleansing surfactant, so it's not going to strip the hair. That may be one of the reasons why this shampoo has 4.6 stars. So off the bat, I love the cleansing surfactants in this formulation. Of course, they have argan oil. Ooh, they have amodimethicone. So amodimethicone is a water-soluble silicone ingredient. It washes off easily, but it makes the slip, it makes softness. It helps us like with the shine of your hair. It's amazing in a shampoo and even the conditioner. So the amodimethicone is also a winner chicken dinner for me as well. And then there's also guar hydroxypropyltrimonium chloride. That is a cationic polymer. So we talked earlier about PVP being a polymer. The guar cat, or the guar hydroxypropyltrimonium chloride, that is a mouthful, is a cationic polymer. So not only is it going to give you like a little bit of like curl definition and hold, it has some conditioning properties to it. Now, looking at the formula as a whole, this OGX argan oil Moroccan shampoo, I would say yes. I would say it's curly chemistry approved for sure because of the cleansing surfactants being gentle. It's not going to strip or dry your hair out because of the amodimethicone, the slip and the softness, and that guar hydroxypropyltrimonium chloride ingredient for extra conditioning. So Betty, yes, absolutely. I would try it. Great question. Okay, let's see. All right. Let's see where we are. What time is it? 7:52. Okay, I'm going to speed this up so we can go ahead and try to get to the majority of these questions tonight. So we're going to start our rapid fire and see how this goes. All right, let's see. Where was I? Hold on. Oh, I didn't see this until now. Thank you, Kai. I probably butchered your name, Kei Davis. She says, your herbal tea is amazing. My hair loves it and makes it so soft plus healthy. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you love the tea. And for those who don't know, I have a hydrating herbal hair tea rinse. It is the best hair tea rinse on the market. You can find it. The link is below the video. Definitely check it out. Okay, here we are. All right, we talked about Ayurvedic herbs already. Is taking pumpkin seed oil good for you? Yes, Christine. Pumpkin seed oil is great for you, especially if you are like menopausal. Honestly, I say women or men who is like dealing with hair loss or wants to grow their hair over like 45 years old, I would be on a pumpkin seed oil supplement. You can do the oil. The oil is great for like scalp massages, but the supplement I think is kind of like that double, impact for hair growth. So I would definitely do the pumpkin seed oil supplement. I would do the one, like the little jelly capsule with the oil inside. The ones I recommend are also in my Amazon storefront, but I think it's a great solution for those who are dealing with androgenic alopecia for sure. So yes, and yes to the pumpkin seed oil. Melvina says, what is the boho product you showed us a while back? The boho product? I don't know what you're referring to. Boho. The boho product. I'm not sure. You may have to give me some more context on the boho. On the boho product. Rose Hook says, can you hear that? Oh my gosh. I have extremely dry hair and I'm relaxed. I just started using Design Essential products. What are your opinion on those products and what do you suggest for hair thickening? So we just talked about hair thickening. For hair thickening, I would say definitely protein is great for thickening your hair, but also check your iron levels and your vitamin D levels. Get on the good hair supplement. That's my advice for just thickening your hair. As far as Design Essentials, I think their products are amazing. They have a really great shampoo. The Honey Cream shampoo by Design Essentials is a great hydrating shampoo. And their hair mask, the almond butter, I think it's like almond butter hair mask. That is amazing. That's like my newest deep conditioner that I'm loving right now. So I think Design Essentials are great products. I think the brand is great. I would definitely use them because I love their deep conditioner because I use them too. So yes to Design Essentials. Teresa says, can you recommend a product similar to the new Olaplex weightless mask for fine hair without lanolol and limonene? Honestly, As I Am just came out with a bonding line, like a bond treatment line. I would check that product out. Like, if you Google As I Am bond conditioner or bond hair mask, you'll see it. But their line is really nice. A lot of people haven't been talking too much about it, at least that I haven't seen, but their product line is really good. I actually have their leave-in conditioner, the bond leave-in conditioner, and that product is great. Like, great. So if you don't want to try the Olaplex weightless mask for fine hair, check out the As I Am bond deep conditioner or even their conditioner. All right, let's see. We answered that already. CWJ says, how to do the 2-step moisturizing method without my hair getting oily or using too much oil. I'm a straight natural, and what are some good oils recommended to use? Absolutely. So if your main concern is like not getting your hair like super oily and whatnot, I would use a lightweight oil. Honestly, you can probably use grapeseed oil for sure. Definitely grapeseed oil. But if you want to try fractionated coconut oil, that could also be a good option too, because that oil is not thick at all. It's a very lightweight oil. So I would check that one out. But even better, because you are a straight natural, right? And I'm assuming like you're using some level of heat, right? We want to protect your hair. So do I have it? No, I don't have it with me. The Olaplex Bond Oil or the K18, their Bond oil that they have. You can use that as like a sealant. Use a very little because you don't need a lot of those oils, but those are very super lightweight oils, and they have peptides within them, bond peptides, so that can actually help to strengthen your hair to reduce any heat damage as you are a straight natural. So grapeseed oil or fractionated coconut oil or the Olaplex bonding oil or the K18 oil. All of those super duper lightweight, ideal for those who are like straight naturals. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Okay. Hi, Tanya. Janice says, hi, Tanya. Oh, hold on 1 second, gang. Quick commercial break. My mom is at the state fair and she's like, where are the donuts? So hold on 1 second. Commercial break. Go get some tea. Go get some chips and water. I got my tea here. So whatever you need. Bathroom break. Hold, please. They are front. Okay, we're back. We are back. Okay. Shay D says, at what point in your routine do you use a scalp serum? So it depends. So for example, when I use the Pacifica Scalp Love Serum, I'll use that in between my wash day. If my scalp feels dry and itchy, I'll use that product. If I'm using like a oil-based scalp serum for like hair growth, I'll do that at night when I'm doing my scalp massages. Yeah, that's pretty much how I would use a scalp serum during the weekday or at night. And once again, it depends on the formula too, So hopefully that helps. But definitely the instructions will of course give you, how to use it, when to use it. But for me, I use it typically at night or when my scalp feels really itchy or dry. Let's see. Can you tell me the best shampoo for dry, frizzy hair with hair fall? That's a great question. So with hair fall, there's two that come to mind because you said with hair fall. Number one, I would check out Atlanta Hair Doctor shampoo and conditioner. That's the first one that I would recommend. And the other one would be the Bondi Boost, Bondi Boost shampoo and conditioner. Both of those products are designed to support hair growth and reduce excessive shedding. So I would definitely check that one out, or check those two out. Atlanta Hair Doctor shampoo or Bondi Boost shampoo. Bondi Boost can be found at Ulta. Atlanta Hair Doctor, I would just Google it and you'll get to her website. All right, let's see. What do you think of the Retin Acidic Bonding Concentrate Intensive Treatment? Let's look at this together. Okay, let's see. Wow, this name is intense. Acidic Bonding Concentrate Intensive Pre-Shampoo Treatment for Damaged Hair. Well, first of all, the ratings are great. 4.5 ratings. That is really, really good. Let's look at the ingredients. Cetyl alcohol, glycerin, benzene chloride, very moisturizing, great detangling, polyquat-10, a cationic polymer. Where is the bonding at? This is interesting. Where is the bonding? Is the citric acid the bonding? Hold on. Let's read this. Repairs hair strength against damage, protects against color fade, reinforces weakened bonds, pH balancing formula, defends against the negative effects of hair coloring, and heat tools. Okay. This is interesting because there's no like protein, tripeptides in here. It looks like they're using like the chemistry of citric acid to be their bonding treatment. So what it sounds like, I don't understand. This is interesting. Okay, here we go. Citric acid and alpha hydroxy acid that helps reinforce weakened bond hair. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, so basically what this formula is doing, this is a very low pH formulation. It's probably like somewhere around like 4 something. I can't see it being in the 5. It's probably somewhere around 4. So the benefit of having a formula at a very low pH like this acidic bonding treatment, number one, you're going to get better penetration because our hair naturally is very acidic, right? So when you're using a formula that is also in that acidic range, you're going to get better penetration. And that citric acid is an AHA, it's an alpha hydroxy acid. So in a sense, it does help to strengthen the hair and repair the bonds, but I wouldn't say it's like as strong as like a K18 or a hydrolyzed keratin or a Olaplex. You know what I'm saying? But the chemistry is interesting. I like how they're using citric acid, which is an acidic ingredient, to create this repairing effect. It's very interesting. I think I'm going to like jot this down because I'm really curious about like how they're using this ingredient for that. But yeah, it's interesting. The reviews sound good. The formula is very hydrating, has lots of slip and conditioning based off of the first 5 ingredients that I saw. So I would check it out. I would definitely check it out for sure. What version of Olaplex and K18 do you recommend? So K18, their leave-in mask is what I recommend and love. I like their oil as well. The Olaplex, I keep forgetting the number, but the Bond one that you can find at Sephora, that one I recommend. Their leave-in, like their little hair treatment serum, their heat protecting serum is really good too. Their shampoo is also very good. So those are like the ones that I personally would recommend. I haven't really tried a lot of Olaplex products, but those 3 I highly recommend. And of course, K18 peptide prep charcoal shampoo for natural hair, type 4 hair, amazing. You can't go wrong with that. Okay, Kathy says, hold on, sorry. Go to the inner line. Avoid the outer line. Okay, sorry. All right, let's see. Do I use your herbal tea rinse? Oh, how do I use your herbal tea rinse? Do I use it in my conditioner? Great question, Kathy. So for the hydrating herbal hair tea rinse created by yours truly, There is two ways to use it. The first way, especially if you're trying to support hair growth and reduce excessive shedding, use it directly after you shampoo your hair. It is a legit scalp treatment that you use after you shampoo your hair, right? So that's the first way to use it. The second way, especially if you have like any leftover, because you're going to have 2 cups. You're going to make 2 cups from 1 tea bag. All of the herbs are already within a tea bag, just easy, ready to go. All you got to do is just put it in some hot water, let it steep, and let it cool and rinse. Any leftover tea you have, pour that directly over your conditioner. So apply your conditioner as you normally would, but take that leftover tea and pour it over your conditioner. When I tell you that tea combined with your conditioner, any conditioner, is going to enhance the slip, the softness, the conditioning. It's going to be an experience. Okay, so that's what I recommend, either after your shampoo or over your conditioner to actually enhance your conditioner, like via the slip. So that's how I would use it. So yes, you can absolutely use it with your conditioner. Great question. And I'm actually doing, I forgot to mention this earlier, I'm doing free shipping this weekend. It actually starts right now. So if you are interested in trying out the herbal hair tea rinse, the link is below and you will automatically get free shipping. Shipping will be on me. Okay, let's see. Jay says, does my hair stop growing or does growth start to slow down due to the cold weather? Is there anything to do about this? I haven't heard or seen anything in regards to like how the temperature can affect hair growth. But now that I'm thinking about it, and I'm just thinking out loud, this is just my theory. I could be completely wrong. I could be so wrong right now. But you know how like the cold kind of like constricts, tightens things? What if cold weather constricts the blood vessels just a little bit in the scalp, leading to slower hair growth? I don't know. What do I know? I don't know. I could be wrong, but it's an idea. There is a possibility. I'll just leave that there because I could be wrong, but it's a possibility. It is a possibility. Okay, let's see. Where are we, guys? Hold on one second. Okay, here we go. Teslin Morris says, the front of my hair loses definition very easily. How can I help this? How can I help this from happening? So when you say losing definition, I'm assuming curl definition. So what you could do is, I kind of want to say switch up like your hair gel if you are using a hair gel or a mousse or whatever, or how your layering technique, like you may have to switch up how you're styling and doing your hair to help to enhance that curl. So for example, 2 products I love in combination for curl definition is the Aunt Jackie's Curl Elongating Hair Gel and the Dew Chief Rocka Mousse. Like that combination alone gives me amazing curl definition. So it could be products. You may want to try that. The other thing I would say is there could be some damage there if you have if you've had like any heat recently or coloring treatments or anything like that, that could potentially cause damage in that space. Like especially if you've done like leave outs, because you said the front of your hair. So if you've done like leave outs and you're like flat ironing that hair pretty often, that can lead to like a lack of curl definition. So it could be that. But let's say it's not that. It could be just the products that you're using. And then once again, protein once a month, lightweight protein once a month can help to improve curl definition overall as well. So you got some options there. Hopefully that helps. Okay, let's see. Next question. Hi, Tanya. What do you think of the Garnier Fructis Hyaluronic Serum? Let's look at it. Let's see. I like the packaging. The packaging is really nice. I have to find a way where I can like share my screen with you guys so you can see exactly what I'm looking at and actually see the product together. Okay, what is this? This is a strength repair serum. This is water-based. I mean, I don't see any red flags. To me, this looks like a basic serum for the hair. I do find it interesting that they have water in here as the first ingredient, as like a repair serum, with all of these silicones in here too. There's quite a lot in here. But it looks like a really interesting formulation, a very lightweight formulation. That first ingredient is isododecane, which is a lightweight emollient. So you're getting a lightweight product that really is just smoothing the cuticle. Like that's what's happening here. As far as how effective it is for like the vitamin strength that it's claiming, I don't know about that part. That's the only part I'm not too sure about. But as far as it being like a smoothing treatment, absolutely. But the vitamin repair, that one, I'm not too sure about that one, because just based off the ingredient list, I'm not that convinced about that part. Okay, let's see. What's a good skin routine for you during the winter days? Oh, that's a good question. So as far as skin routine goes, I mean, you definitely want to focus on like hydration for sure. I would increase your water intake during the winter time. I would definitely do more like skin mask or facial mask during the winter time. Like there's so many like Korean beauty, like K-beauty masks that you can find at Ulta or Sephora. One of the products I love right now that I haven't really mentioned as of recently is the Anua. It's Anua. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Hold, please. Here it is. The Anua Peach Niacin Serum. It glows. It's a glow booster serum for uneven and dull skin tone, but it's so hydrating. And I use it on my skin really for the past almost 4 weeks now as a moisturizer, and it's been amazing. So I would definitely increase like your serums, your facial mask, and drink more water. I think that would be ideal for sure. And check out the brand Anua. It is a K beauty brand, but it's amazing. A lot of great ingredients, and they also have some really nice hydrating masks as well. All right, let's see. Hi, new subscriber. Welcome to Curly Chemistry. I haven't been diagnosed with anything yet. What can I do to alleviate the scabs? I tend to get towards the back of my head on my scalp. Also, I like to pick the scabs. There's a product. It's actually in my Amazon cart. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Let's see. Here we go. I think this is the one. Yeah. So there's a product with, so calendula is a tea. It's really an herb, but calendula has natural healing properties, also soothing properties. I would check out this product. It's and I'll spell it to you. It's Boiron, 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 calendula ointment. It's the ointment version. This one has petrolatum in it, so like Vaseline, so you can put it directly on your scalp where you're experiencing those scabs. This will help to heal that space, reduce any inflammation, and also soothe your scalp as well. But I would check that product out. And then what else I would say? I would try to get to the root of it, like what's causing it, because the calendula ointment I just recommended, that can help to treat it. But if we don't get to the root, it's going to keep coming back. So I think it is a good idea to go see a dermatologist or a trichologist in your area where they can actually look and touch and feel and see what's going on, But in the meantime, look into the Boiron, Boiron calendula ointment. I think that'd be really helpful in the meantime. Hopefully that helps. Okay, let's see. Yes, Anua is awesome. It really is. All right, let's see, guys. I'm getting closer to the bottom. I try to do things in order, but sometimes it's hard. And then I don't want to repeat questions either. especially if you already covered a topic like thicker hair or Ayurvedic herbs and whatnot. So I'm like kind of scaling through. So thank you for giving me grace tonight. Okay, Fullness of Joy says, what's a good styling product to activate curls? 3B, thinning hair, tangles easy. Gel feels too sticky, but creams are sometimes too thick. Great question. Yes, Mom. Line 2. Sorry. So no gels. So you don't want any gels. Well, I'll say this. Don't give up on gels. Not yet. Try the Curl Smith Hydro Silk Jelly. I'm probably butchering the name, but try that. That is a lightweight jelly, and it is amazing. It's so good. Try that product, okay? Try that product, especially for your 3B curls. Try that, okay? As far as a cream goes, trying to think. It's not well, it does have some polymers in there. Yeah, I would. Okay. This is what I would do. Either try the Curl Smith Hydro Soap Jelly, right? Pair it with a mousse. It could be the Lotta Body mousse, one of my favorites, or the Dew mousse. Or try the Aussie Moist Miracle Curls leave-in conditioner and pair that with a mousse. Because that conditioner, even though it is a leave-in conditioner, is also a little bit of a styling cream as well, and it is super lightweight. And what that mousse is going to do is going to help with that curl definition. So you're kind of getting like the best, oh my gosh, I got a lips, the best. You're getting the best of both worlds when you are using a lightweight cream like the Aussie Moist Miracle Curls Leave-In Conditioner and the mousse together. So you have two options how you want to do this, okay? So that's what I would do. That's what I would try. All right, let's see. Is it necessary to blow out your hair to trim your ends if you usually don't wear your hair blown out? That's a great question. So normally I recommend doing trims on blown out hair or silk pressed hair. That's just my personal opinion. Okay. But there is kind of like a quick and dirty way you can do it. I did a video on it like a few years ago. So if you just type in curly chemistry trim video, it'll pop up. But basically, what you could do is 2-strand twist your hair. And the part where it gets really skinny at the bottom, you would cut that. So you know how like when you twist your hair, it's like, it might be full, and then it gets kind of like skinny. You would cut that skinny part, and you can do it that way. And that's just a basic 2-strand twist, no silk press needed. So you have some options. So yeah, I would try that. But make sure you get some good scissors. Don't use the ones in the kitchen, okay? Don't use the ones that's been rusting, and get you some good shears. Go to Sally's Beauty or Ulta and get you some good pair of shears. Preferably $10 and up. Okay, that's what I would do. Great question. Can you recommend a quality castor oil? Yes. Oh gosh, what is that brand? So I like especially if hair growth is the goal, I like the Creole Essence castor oil. That one is really good. But the one I really, really like too, I had to get the name, but it's by the brand Heritage Store. It's in like a purple pink jar. Excuse me. And it's in it's in an amber colored glass jar, which is great. That's a green flag for castor oil, like a glass packaging. But the Heritage Store castor oil would probably be like my number one pick for like castor oil. You can find it on Amazon. And it should be in the Curly Chemistry storefront as well under oils. But the Heritage store, that one's really good. Renita says, is it realistic to expect significant hair growth in postmenopausal women? My hair is healthy, okay? Regular trims, normal light shedding, body healthy, no meds, 61. Okay, girl, I love that. But I do not drink enough H2O. Okay, so I'll say this. What has helped me drink more water, and I still need to drink more water, so I'm in the boat with you. Adding some electrolytes to your water. You know, let me hold on, let me show you. I'm gonna show you. One second. I'm coming out. All right. These are the best. Electrolytes. Now, what's it called? Ultima. They taste good. 0 carb. There's no carbs. There's no carbs in here. Okay. So this is what I would try to add to your water to kind of help with like increasing your water intake, because, you know, sometimes water is boring. Just boring, you know? So when you have electrolytes, you know, it kind of increases the experience. So this one I love. I recently just got the grape flavor. The grape tastes like grape Kool-Aid minus all the sugar. So this is the one I really like. But I like this one too because it's an assortment. Like it's 6 different, I think it's like 6 or 5 different flavors. So you can try out which one you like. This is my first bag. And I just found out, oh, I love the grape. So I got the grape recently. But this one is a great electrolyte brand to, you know, help you with your water intake. But to answer your question, I think it is realistic. You can still have healthy hair growth being postmenopausal. I think, as you said, a lot of it will be based off of your lifestyle for sure. I recently saw a lady who was in her 70s and her hair was gray and beautiful and long. Okay. So I think you can absolutely have beautiful, healthy, growing hair after 60 for sure. But a lot of it will be lifestyle changes for sure. But definitely check out the Ultima electrolytes. No carb. No carb. Okay. Next question. What are some good leave-in conditioners for 4C hair? Oh gosh. So Luana, I would say this. Good leave-in conditioners for 4C hair. Number 1, definitely I like the Curls Blueberry Mist. Not Mist. Bliss. Blueberry Bliss leave-in conditioner. Love that. Even though it's not a conditioner, you can still use it as a leave-in conditioner. Excuse me. The Donna's Recipe Extra Creamy Hair Cream. Most recently, though, it's been the As I Am Bond leave-in conditioner. Like the slip is amazing, which would be great for your 4C hair. The moisture is amazing. The softness is amazing. Just make sure you follow up with hair grease if you have thick 4C hair, or at least sweet almond oil or some type of sealant to lock in that moisture. But yeah, that's what I would try. Either the As I Am Bond leave-in conditioner, Curls Blueberry Bliss leave-in conditioner, or the Donna's Recipe Extra Creamy Hair Cream. Hopefully that helps. Natural Leash says, how often can you use green tea on your hair? Is every week too much? So I typically recommend weekly, but you can do it every other week as well. If you are experiencing like a lot of shedding, I would say weekly would be great for sure. Great question. What's the best methods for using protein shampoo / conditioner? Do you need a protein mask afterwards? No. And honestly, I don't even really believe in protein shampoos, to be completely honest with you. Protein conditioners, yes. Protein masks, yes. Protein treatments, liquids, yes. Protein shampoos, Because you got to think about it. The shampoo is similar to conditioner, but shampoos rinse off, right? Conditioners rinse off too, but conditioners have more staying power on the cuticle due to the makeup of the formulation. So if you're going to do a protein treatment, I would let your shampoo be a moisturizing shampoo, and then use that one protein product, because you don't need a protein conditioner and a protein mask. Just choose one or choose a treatment, and then follow up with the moisturizing conditioner, especially if you're doing like a hardcore protein treatment, for example. You always want to follow with a good deep conditioner, moisturizing deep conditioner. But you just need just one, a conditioner or a mask or some type of like bonding treatment or regular liquid treatment. Hi, Tanya. Hey, Luana. How can I oil and massage my scalp while my hair is in protective twist style? So if you still have access to your scalp, just, take that oil on the balls of your finger and just massage in between the twists. So wherever you can touch your scalp, get that, That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. Great question. Oh, wait a minute. Don't forgot where I was. Hold on one second, gang. Oof. This live is really helpful. Thank you, sis. You're welcome, Journey. I'm in my early 50s, started taking prenatal vitamins to build up my body overall. I'm going to research the best veggies and fruits for my hair. Awesome. What's a good leave-in conditioner for low porosity hair? Aussie Moist, Miracle Curls leave-in conditioner, and then also the one I just mentioned, the As I Am Bond leave-in conditioner. Those are the two that I'm liking right now. Hey, Tanya, I get ingrown hairs a lot and they are painful. What would you recommend I do to slow them down or stop them from happening? I don't think I get questions about ingrown hair very often. The first thing that's coming to my mind is salicylic acid, but let me Google this before I give you some bad advice. Hold on one second. Okay, so my intuition is correct. So you can absolutely use salicylic acid. I think CeraVe has, I want to say they have a salicylic acid wash or lotion or something that you can use. Salicylic acid is a BHA, so it's a beta hydroxy acid. It's oil soluble. So what it's going to do is actually get in the follicle and get all that gunk out to help prevent and treat those ingrown hair. So I think salicylic acid would be a great option for sure. So yeah, check out CeraVe. I think that brand alone has some great quality skincare products. And they just came out with a shampoo as well, a shampoo and a conditioner as well. So check out CeraVe. And then also just look at, or just Google ingrown hair treatments with salicylic acid to see other products on the market, but definitely check out CeraVe. Oh gosh, would you recommend the Yuka app? I tend to buy hair products based on the ratings they give. I don't. Yuka app. What's the other one? EWG. Nah. Personally, I don't, because I think a lot of their information is just not accurate. It's not accurate. And a lot of cosmetic chemists, like myself, on social media, and even in the trenches, in the labs, we don't really look to those websites. It's consumer. I feel like a lot of consumers go to it because it makes sense. But for those who are in the field, we're looking at that stuff like, what? This is false. Like, so to answer your question, I'm not going to get on my soapbox tonight. I did that last time. We're not going to do it and be very demure today. For me personally, it's a no. It's a no. Yuka app, EWG, it's a no. Yeah. It's a no. I digress. Okay, let's see. Are you able to recommend hairstylists who know what they're doing? If you are in the North Carolina area, I can recommend someone. If you're willing to travel to North Carolina, I can recommend someone. Maggie, I call her Maggie. I forget what her last name is, but the Lather Lounge. She's actually based in Durham, North Carolina, but her salon is called the Lather Lounge. And she is the only one besides myself that I trust to do my hair, like my silk presses, my trims. I go to Maggie at least once or twice a year. So Google the Lather Lounge, Durham, North Carolina, Maggie. If you're willing to travel, go to her. She has blessed hands, growing hands. So I would go to her. I would check her out. Anyone outside North Carolina, I can't recommend. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Can you recommend anything for seborrheic dermatitis, please? I know many oils are not good for my hair. Growth retention is a struggle right now. So aloe vera juice will be key for you. And then also look into that ointment I just mentioned for the other young lady who was dealing with scabs on her scalp. The Boiron, I'm probably butchering this name, but it's the Boiron calendula treatment. I think between those two solutions would be great for seborrheic dermatitis. Do you answer questions about preserves? Like what preserves hibiscus? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you creating something and you're trying to find a preservative? You have to give me more context. All right, let's see. All right, let's get down to the bottom. What time is it? 8:30. It's 8:30. Okay, so let's get down to the bottom. If I have not answered if you are still in here and I have not answered your question, put it in the chat because I'm at the bottom. Before I was at the top, but now we at the bottom. Thank you, Carlene. You're welcome. You're welcome. Lawana, you're welcome. I can see your comments live now. I'm at the bottom. I'm right here with you. Any questions I haven't answered and you're still here, put them in the chat. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and answer Lawana's question. She says, why is it hard to notice your hair growing? Ooh. So here's the thing. Because our natural texture, is curly texture, it's growing, but it's not showing like we may want it to because it's coming out in its curly, tighter texture. If you have 4C hair, it's going to seem like your hair is not growing at all, but it is. But it's showing up in its natural curl pattern, so it seems very small. A lot of times, if you just go like this on your scalp, and you feel them little bumpy, them little hair, the little that's hair growth, But a lot of times you really won't see like your length unless you like blow out your hair or flat iron your hair. Great question. What's a good deep conditioner for high porosity for a hair? Girl, Design Essentials, almond butter hair mask. That stuff is good. That stuff is so good. Like, yes to that one. Another one I like is the Divines, Divines, Nunu hair mask. That one's really good. But if I had to like Design Essentials, almond butter hair mask, that's what I would do. And then add a tablespoon of olive oil. Don't forget, tablespoon of olive oil to your conditioner or deep conditioner. Chef's kiss. Patricia, hey Tanya, I've been noticing that I have a lot of shedding and breakage, even though I moisturize on a regular basis and wash regularly as well. Push, plus detangle before. Why? Any tips, please? Okay, a lot of shedding and breakage, even though I moisturize on a regular basis and wash regularly as well. Plus detangle before wash. Any tips, please? Okay, so is it both? Is it really shedding or is it really breakage? So are you getting those longer pieces of hair? Or are you getting just those shorter pieces? So let's say it's both, okay? So here's how I would tackle it. Number one, it could be your product because you say that you moisturize on a regular basis and you wash regularly, which is great. I love that. But if your hair is still dry, right? And you're doing all the things, your hair is still dry, it could be Number one, the product that you're using, the moisturizer that you're using is just not compatible with your hair, and you got to find a different moisturizer. So it could be product based. It could be you actually need a protein treatment. It could be your moisture protein balance is off, where you're doing all the moisturizing things, but the protein may be kind of low. So it could be that. On the shedding side, shedding is completely normal. We want our hair to shed. I'll be on the record to say we want our hair to shed. No one says that, but we do, because that is the rebirth, the reset, the regrowth of new hair, the new hair growth cycle beginning. So that's a good thing. However, excessive hair shedding is not normal. So if you notice, okay, wait a minute, my hair coming out in clumps, this is not, that's an issue. And a lot of times that can be tied to low iron. So if you are anemic or you just have low iron, it can be tied to that. It could be tied to a lack of vitamin D as well. Or it could be your body needs some B vitamins. You could need some biotin, a B complex. So it could be nutritional deficiencies going on too, you know? Also a culprit of breakage, going back to the breakage side, how are you handling your hair? How are you combing and brushing your hair? Are you being gentle? Are you taking your time? What kind of styles? Do you wear wash and goes a lot? You know, because sometimes wash and goes can lead to fairy knots. It can lead to breakage. How are you styling your hair? You know, all of these things play a role. So hopefully you was taking notes while I was talking and you was jotting these things down. If not, I'm gonna keep this this video up so you can come back and watch the replay, because I want you to jot these things down and really go through them, you know, and really like kind of, no, it's not that. No, it's not that. Oh, wait a minute, might be that, you know? So take some time, replay this video and take some notes, because that will help you get to the culprit. And of course, you may or may not know, I do offer one-on-one hair care coaching where we connect one-on-one for 30 minutes via Zoom, just me and you, okay? And I see your hair, I see your scalp. And with that, I create a custom hair care plan for you. That includes a daily routine, a weekly routine, a monthly routine, product suggestions catered to you. Okay, so the link for that is below. All right, let's see. Next question. Next question. All right, Luana says, I shampoo my hair every 2 weeks, but a coworker said I should shampoo every 4 weeks to give hair a chance to grow. I disagree. Who's right? Your coworker is wrong. Okay. Bless her heart, but she's wrong. Okay. It's just one of those things where it's like, you know, oh, you got to do this. You know, your hair has to be dirty for it to grow. Do y'all remember that rumor? Like, when your hair is itching, that means your hair is growing. No, that is not what that means. But seriously, scalp health is I can't even talk, is the foundation for hair growth, right? So if you have product buildup, you got sweat, you got dirt, you got dead skin cells just accumulating over 4-week time, you can disrupt the hair growth cycle and also disrupt the scalp microbiome, which will then lead to slower hair growth and in some cases excessive shedding as well. So no, you don't want to wait 4 weeks to wash your hair. Now, some people can, and that's, you know, great for you, but I think 2 weeks, like what you're doing 2 weeks is a great frequency. And as far as like every 4 weeks, give your hair a chance to grow. No, your hair is growing, you know, even within the 2 weeks of you washing your hair. I wash my hair every week. My hair's growing. I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just misconceptions, unfortunately, that are still here in this hair care space. But what you're doing, Luana, is good. Stick with that. Okay. Especially if your hair is responding well to it. All right, let's see. Is it safe to drink your hydrating herbal hair tea rinse? Yes, you absolutely can. I will say though, add some honey, like add like a tablespoon of honey, a little mix, and then drink it. I mean, you can try it raw, you know, it's fine, but I prefer a tablespoon of honey. But yes, you can absolutely drink the tea. And that's also what I recommend for like women who may have like gray hair. And if they're like kind of nervous, like what if the tea stains my hair? Even though I haven't had anyone say that, thank you, Lord, of the tea staining their hair. But if that is a worry for you, if you have gray hair and want to try the tea rinse, the link is below. You can absolutely drink it and get the benefits internally. Just add some honey to it. Great question. Do you have any siblings? Gillian, you always ask most randomest questions. Do you have any siblings or are you an only child? I have siblings. I have a younger sister, an older sister, and an older brother. When do you use that? When do you use the K18 leave-in? After you shampoo your hair. So shampoo first, then the K18 leave-in repair mask. Are there any cosmetic chemists who specialize in skincare that you can recommend? Yes, there is. Hold on one second. Hold, please. Hold, please. Rachel. I had to make sure I had her name right. I don't want to say the wrong name, but Rachel Johnson. Her website is thecharismaticchemist.com. Also a Black cosmetic chemist. Okay. Definitely check her out. Thecharismaticchemist.com. Her name is Rachel. She's awesome. All right, let's see. What were the names of the lightweight protein products you recommend? Apogee 2-minute reconstructorizer is one. ORS replenishing conditioner is 2. And then a third one, yeah. Do I even have a third one for lightweight protein treatments that I actually like right now that I can confidently recommend to you? Because there's always products I can say, but it's like what I recommend this, what I use this product, you know? But as of right now, I just have 2 on my mind. So the Apogee 2-minute conditioner. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. The Apogee 2-minute conditioner, the ORS replenishing conditioner, and the As I Am bond conditioner. That's light enough to be considered a lightweight protein conditioner. So I would definitely check that out too. Can I put the boron in my scalp? Yes, you can. You can. Because all it really is hair grease with calendula extract in it. It's just those 2 ingredients. So yes, you can absolutely do that. What's the deep conditioner for high? I answered that one already. Yep, I answered that one already. Is a teaspoon olive oil thing best for high porosity hair? For both low and high porosity hair, for sure. For both. Any recommendations on hair dyes? A good organic brand? Letty, I don't have any recommendations for hair dyes. A good organic brand, unfortunately. If there's any people in here who can recommend a hair dye brand to Letty, like an organic one, please feel free to put it in the chat for her. Brown Rose says, my hair looks like a bird's nest lately, so I need a heat protectant. Please help and thank you. P.S. I'm trying to get away from using water. Using water every day? What do you mean? Like to moisturize your hair? But I need some more I need some more context. Sis, your hair looks like a bird nest. You need a heat protectant. So I'm trying to get away from using water every day. So is water like your primary moisturizer? Like that's all you use is water? Because water is a good part of the moisturizing method, the LCO. Water can be the L, but you're going to need a C, a cream, an O, an oil, you know? And then once you moisturize your hair, 2-strand twist your hair if you can. 2-strand twist it. And by the time you wake up in the morning, your hair's gonna be so yummy looking, you know, it's gonna look really good and moisturized and not like a bird's nest. As far as the heat protectant go, I recommend the Fantasia Icy Heat Protectant Serum, L'Adore Wonder Oil, and Garnier Fructis Heat Protectant Serum, top 3, hands down. Can you look for the other Isobel question? I'm trying to copy it, but YouTube won't let me. I can't find it. Let's see. The only thing I see, Isobel 64, is the olive oil question, which I just answered. Bold Beauty says, hey, Tanya, I neglected my hair a couple years ago due to lifing. That's real. Could life be life, sis? Now about 5 inches of my hair looks like tree branches and very dry. Should I try keratin treatment, texturizer, or just big chop? Great question. I would probably do a restart. I would find a good stylist, one that you can trust, one that knows natural hair if you are natural, and I would have them do a good trim. You may need a haircut. You may. I don't know what the damage looks like, but you may need a haircut. I would just start fresh. Start fresh. Get rid of those dead ends. Get rid of those dead ends and start fresh. I wouldn't do a texturizer. I wouldn't do it. That can definitely weaken your hair even more. So no texturizer. Keratin treatment, no. I would do a deep conditioner. Like I would if I were you, I would legit find a stylist, have her do a good deep conditioner, give you a good trim or a haircut, start fresh, and then hit me up. Okay, so I can give you a personalized regimen. But that's what I would do, honestly. Just keep it simple. Let hydration be key. Simple, low maintenance styles to grow your hair. Look into headband wigs too. Wash your hair on a weekly basis, moisturize and seal every 2 or 3 days. Deep condition once or twice a month. Lightweight protein once a month. I would just keep it as simple as possible. But first things first, definitely get a good trim or haircut and a good deep conditioner for sure. You got this. You're gonna get through this. And the great thing about, hair is that, hair can be very forgiving. Not always though. Not always. But in your case, what it sounds like, your hair will be very forgiving. You just got to give it the TLC that it needs. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. What's your favorite heat protectant? I just answered that. Have you heard of Rooted Revival Cuticle Mending Peptide Shampoo? If so, who do you think? Let's look at it together. I have not seen this product, so let's look at it. Hope you guys are enjoying this live. I'm definitely on here a lot longer than I expected. What's new? I'm always on here longer than I expected. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's look at the ingredients. Okay, a lot of good stuff in here. Reviews are great. Good price point. This product is $27. Peptide shampoo. Great cleansing surfactants. Very gentle. Centramonium chloride is the 4th ingredient. That is a water-soluble conditioning ingredient. Great for slip. Softness, conditioning while you shampoo your hair. That's a great ingredient. There's also that guar hydroxypropyltimonium chloride ingredient in here too. Cationic conditioning polymer. A lot of great ingredients. You got tea tree in here. Got a little bit of castor in there. Got some pea sprout, a little bit of protein. I think it's a good product. I think it's a great product. I think it's worth checking out for sure. For sure. Let's see. I think we're almost done, gang. We're almost done. How often should you, oh, wait a minute. Okay. How often should you massage your scalp? And also, can you use a scalp massager even when you have a protective style? So how often should you massage your scalp? I recommend if you can do it every night before you go to bed, that'd be great. Especially if hair growth is the goal, there should be some level of a nightly wind down doing a scalp massage, even if it's just for 2 minutes, 120 seconds, baby. You can watch a YouTube video. You can watch the newest episode of whatever, Love is Blind, and just and done, So I would say nightly, 2 minutes, all you need. Can you use a scalp massager even when you have a protective style? That's when it gets tricky, because sometimes scalp massagers, especially the electric one that I have upstairs, the one that just goes and you ain't got to do nothing, that would mess up your braids or your twists or your I want to say weave. I don't want to say weave. God help me. Your sewing. That can mess it up, right? So you may not want to do that, but definitely if you can have access to your scalp without ruining your protective style, I would try. But if not, that's okay. But just keep up with your vitamins from your protective style. Keep up with your hair vitamin, your B complex, your iron, your vitamin D, because you're still supporting hair growth even with that protective style. Hopefully that helps. Okay. Let's see. Where are we, gang? It's almost 9 o'clock. I know. It's almost 9 o'clock. You know what happens after 8:30? For those who are new here, what happens after 8:30 is Tanya turns into Tanya 2.0. I get a little silly. So hopefully we'll be fine. All right, where was I? I get my nails done really bad. Can I use the Apogee 2-minute conditioner bi-weekly when I wash my hair? You could, but I recommend once a month, ideally once a month. Do you recommend fish oil supplements? Yes. Omega-3s, key for hair growth, for shine, hair health. Absolutely. Hold please. Do I have it here? Do I have it? Oh, no, I don't. Darn it. Okay, hold on. I want to try to find the one that I use. Let's see. Dang it, I think I ran out. Yep. I think I ran out. I can't find it. All right, shoot. I thought I had, what is this? I thought I had a bottle of the omega-3s that I use, but I guess I ran out. But the one I recommend is the brand Nordic Naturals, Nordic Naturals, Nordic Naturals. That brand is great. That omega-3 supplement is great. But I went and grabbed some of my supplements that you can see that I use. So for iron, I recommend the Mega Food Blood Builder. This one does not give you tummy troubles. You know how some iron like can give you tummy troubles? This one doesn't. It's like all natural. It's, what's in here? Beet. They're using beets. Beetroot is in here. Okay. That's the main thing. The beetroot. There's also folate in here, of course. Vitamin C. There's B12 in here. A good amount of B12 in here. Iron. Beetroot. Mega Food Blood Builder is clinically shown to increase iron levels without nausea or constipation. We add real food like beets and oranges with key ingredients like folate, iron, and B12 that help to improve energy levels and combat fatigue. Vitamin C is included to support iron absorption. Ooh, that's good. Vitamin C to help support iron absorption. So this is one I've been using this for years. I love it. It's in my Amazon store. This is the pure encapsulation I be raving about all the time, about like quality supplement, So this one, the Biotin I use. This one, pure encapsulations. That's the one. And I use 8 milligrams. You ain't got to be like, man, I was deficient in Biotin. That's why I'm using 8,000 mcgs. That's why I have so much, because I was deficient. And then my vitamin D3 and K2 is Dr. Berg. Hands down. The best. And of course, I also, you guys know I talk about Ritual often in my videos, so that's a good multivitamin as well. So yeah, but I can't from my omega-3, but Nordic Naturals is good. Alrighty then. I'm about to massage massage your scalp while watching this video. I love that. That's massage your scalp, y'all. If you have access to your scalp right now, them fingers should be moving. Okay. All right, where was I? Are the benefits of using green tea rinse that is caffeinated and green tea decaf for tea rinse differ? Yeah, I would say this. I think all natural green tea that comes with caffeine is the best, in my opinion. You're really getting, of course, that stimulation from the caffeine within it, but you're also getting catechins within there that help to improve the anagen phase within your scalp. I use sencha green tea in my herbal hair tea rinse. Sencha is just, in my opinion, like the best, because there's different types of green teas out here. There's so many different versions of green tea. I use sencha. Sencha is known for having the most amount of catechins within it. Last time I checked. So that's going to help with prolonging that anagen phase. So definitely check out my herbal hair tea rinse. The link is below for sure. Good night, T Mellow. Enjoy your evening. Summertime says, I'm on a journey of nurturing my hair care line. I also started with shampoo and conditioner only for now. I came up with the formulas, etc. already, and I have family and friends who have used them. That's great. I love that. I love that. And anytime I talk to people who are starting hair care lines, I always tell them, have some testers to test out your product. Like, don't be in your kitchen like, this is great, and post it online without any feedback. Like, you need that feedback. So I love that you're having family and friends test out your product. If I were you, I would ask them some questions, give them a questionnaire. I talk about this in my one-on-one coaching, but ask them some questions like, would you purchase this product? Would you actually purchase this product? How would you enhance this product? Like, if you can change anything about this conditioner and the shampoo, what would you do? You know, like, rate the slip, rate the hydration, rate the detangling, rate the cleansing from a scale of 1 to 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because just having that actual data, you can also use that for marketing as well on your website when you're talking about your formulas, girl. Okay. But that's what I would do. That's what I do. And of course, if you need any help, I'm here to help. And we can go more into this on the call. So, but congratulations. That is so exciting. Keep me posted. Keep me posted. Whenever you're ready, sis, I'm here. All right, let's see. After the K18 leave-in, do you go straight to styling products? Yes, absolutely. What's a good night moisturizer for your skin? The Anua Peach Serum. It's like it's ANUA, Anua Peach Serum. I love that stuff. I've been using the CosRx. Y'all know I've been loving the CosRx, but recently I switched up and been using the Anua Peach serum. It's like $20, little serum on Amazon, or Ulta sells it. No, Ulta doesn't sell it. I don't know if they sell it, but anyway, Amazon sells it, and it's so good. But that's my nighttime and my morning serum I use on my skin. A good conditioner for 4C hair, definitely, I would say, the Whole Blends line is really good. Whole Blends, Garnier Whole Blends is good. You can't go wrong with any Design Essentials. Care Old School Humecto, that's also a good conditioner. What else would I say is a really good one that I like? As I Am line, you can't go wrong with that. TGIN, you can't go wrong with that either. But the ones I like specifically recommend are in my Amazon storefront. The link is below. Would you still wear a canicle on hair after it's been proven that it messes up with your endocrine system? I can only afford canicle on hair at the moment. That's a good question. If you have the proven data, please email me. ilearn at curlychemistry.com, because I've been seeing people talk about, but I haven't seen the data. You know, I'm a very data-driven girly. So if you have access to where you saw that data or whatever, please send it to me, because I would love to see it. I would love to see it. ilearn at curlychemistry.com. How often do you upload a video? I try to do once a week, but I've been out of town recently, so there's that. But I'm going to get back on it for sure. Thank you for recommending to the Lather Lounge. I travel to Durham regularly for my medical care at Duke. I will reach out to Maggie ASAP and tell her you sent me. Yes, tell her. And every time I go to her, I never get heat damage. And like right now, my hair is pretty straight, right? But when she straightens it, it's really straight. But I never get heat damage. Like, I don't know what her technique is. I don't know what she do. But it'd be like silky, milky, like hoo, and it'd be so it's nice. No heat damage with Maggie, so I love her. All right. Lord, it's 9 o'clock. Okay, we're gonna do a few more questions and we're gonna hop off. Is Indian hemp hair grease good for hair and scalp? Yes, it is. I love it. That's one of my favorite ones. How do you feel about amino acid treatments for straight hair natural? I think it's a great option for strengthening and restoring the hair. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Tanya, do you think American women with curly, coily texture hair are doing too much to their hair than other melanated women around the world? It's a possibility. I think it could be the culture too, where we're just still trying to figure out our hair and figure out what works, and then we live in a very product driven world too. So we have access to so much. And when you have access to a lot of things, you tend to accumulate and try a lot of things too. So it could be just the culture itself. So it could be that. It could be that, but in general, I think if you're seeking answers and you're trying to find solutions, you're going to be doing the most in a sense to find those solutions. So it's kind of hard to say like, oh, it's an American thing. But I mean, it could be, because there's women that I speak to who are like in Africa or even like in Australia. Like I've had some clients in those countries and it's very simple, but they're also still looking for solutions too, but they don't have access to all the things that we have, So it just varies. It just varies. But I think it's an interesting question for sure. It sounds like something like a documentary should be on, in my opinion, just like how we experience our hair and products and techniques based off different countries for Black women. I think that'd be a really interesting documentary. It's a great question though. Got me thinking here. All right, let's see. A few more questions and we're gonna hop off. Thank you, Journey. I appreciate that. What's your thoughts on Amica Soul Food and Amica The Cure? For Cure, would you say based on ingredients, you would follow up moisturizing treatment with balance enough where you don't need to? So The Cure, is that the leave-in conditioner? Let me see if I can find it really quick. Sephora has it. It has 4 stars. It's not too bad. This is a Strength Repair Shampoo. That's a shampoo. Is there a conditioner to this too? No, I don't see a conditioner. Is there a conditioner? Oh, there is a conditioner. Okay. Let's look at the conditioner. Based on the ingredients, you don't need to follow up with the conditioner. There is protein in here, but I wouldn't classify this as a hardcore protein treatment where it's like you gotta follow up with something, moisturizing. But yeah, that's definitely a lightweight protein treatment, a balance of protein and moisture, so you don't need to follow up with them or follow up with the moisturizing treatment. You guys are really hanging out with me tonight. Thank you. Thank you for those who are still here. Thanks for your advice. Hey, Shirley, thanks for your advice. I love it. I like to use Black products on my hair, but I was curious about Innocence Beauty. I see many of us using right now. Yeah, I've heard good things about Innocence. How did you test your biotin level? I had a micronutrient test done like 2-3 years ago. That's how I found out, because your primary is not going to do a biotin test, but if you do a micronutrient test, they test everything, like everything. So that's what I recommend. Okay, hold on. What advice would you give a teen who is starting their natural hair journey? Oh, I love that question. What advice would I give a teenager who is starting their natural hair care journey? The first thing I would say is realize that this is your own journey. Like, it does not have to look like mine or your next door neighbor or your favorite YouTuber. This is your journey. while you're on this journey, you're going to discover a lot about your hair, what it likes, what it doesn't like. You're going to have some ups and downs. It's a part of the journey, so don't be surprised. I would also say fall in love with your hair, fall in love with your texture, fall in love with the uniqueness of your curl pattern, the uniqueness of your hair, and make sure you love it for you, because you may get some pushback from friends or family, So if you have that core belief, like, no, I don't care what they say, I love my hair. If you can build that up now, that's going to be so significant when you get to your 20s and your 30s and so forth. I would also say, find people on YouTube that has videos that you actually are learning from, like curly chemistry. And then also find YouTubers who have your hair texture to learn what they're using and the type of styles they're doing, that makes it a lot easier. Find what works for you and stick with it. One of the biggest things that we fall into, myself included, is product junkieism, where we use a shampoo, we love it, love it, love it, and then something else comes out, and then we're trying that new thing, and then something else comes out, and we're trying that new thing. It's a thing, okay? The next thing you know, you got 20 shampoos and 35 conditioners. Okay, so just keep it simple, and be patient with yourself, with your hair, and it's going to be beautiful. That's my advice. You got this. Okay, let's see. I don't think that's the question. My mom used Softy Indian Hip on her hair and scalp when she always had hair down her back. Wow. But she was a straight natural too. I mean, she always got it hot comb, curls, and commentary. Wow. Yeah, you can absolutely have healthy hair using hair grease and also being a straight natural as well. All right, let's see. How we doing, guys? How we doing? I'm trying to see what I missed here. What's the good hair grease for growth and how often do you use it? I would check out Nature's Blessing. Your local beauty supply store should have it, but if not, you can probably Google it. But Nature's Blessing is like a hair grease or petrolatum based product, but it has like rosemary and nettle and horsetail and a lot of great herbs for supporting hair growth. So I would check out Nature's Blessing if you want a hair growth grease. Is glycolic acid also good for ingrown hair? I get ingrown hairs after I wax my neck. It's annoying. Glycolic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid, so it works mainly on the surface of the skin, whereas salicylic acid is going to work beneath the skin and get that gunk out of the ingrown hair. So I would try salicylic. But you can try glycolic acid too, because that's going to help more so for reducing hyperpigmentation, things of that nature, improving improving dullness on the skin, but I would still check out salicylic acid as a natural treatment for ingrown hairs. What's the difference between a cholesterol treatment and a protein treatment? That's a great question. So there are some nuances. I mean, the biggest difference is that you have a conditioner or a hair treatment that has cholesterol within it. Cholesterol mainly works on the surface of the hair, so it's great for smoothing the cuticle, potentially repairing damaged patches of the cuticle around the external part of the hair, depending on where the cholesterol is in the formulation. Versus protein treatment, which is what I prefer. The ones I recommend have hydrolyzed proteins within them, or amino acids or peptides that actually penetrate past the cuticle, get to the cortex, and actually restore the hair from the inside out. So that's how I see the difference. And that's why I always go for protein treatment. So great question. I don't think I've done a video on cholesterol treatment. I need to do one. All right, guys, we're getting down to the wire. I love you too, Kim. All right, let's see. Getting down to the wire. I did a sewing with a V part and the clips were so tight and caused some scabs and pain. How should I baby my scalp back to normal? So what I would do It's funny because the thing I'm gonna recommend is like the same thing I recommended earlier. Either aloe vera juice, aloe vera gel massages on the scalp. You can leave that on or rinse it out. Or I would also check out the boron calendula ointment. BOIRON. I'm gonna put it in the chat so I can see it. See what it looks like spelled out. Boron. There you go. That one. I would just apply that to the scalp. Do your research first. Do your research. It's on Amazon. It has like 4.8 stars. So a lot of people are like loving this ointment, but it's great for like healing the skin, healing the scalp. But I would definitely check that out. All right, I think we're good. Oh, okay, hold on, almost done. We're almost done. Are the Alberto VO5 shampoos okay for 4B4C hair, or are they too harsh? That's a great question. When I was relaxed, I used VO5 shampoo and it was so drying for my hair. It was just like, girl, we are in the desert, okay? It was horrible. The conditioner, believe it or not, if you were in the hair care space back in 2008, 2010, the VO5 Strawberries and Cream conditioner was actually a holy grail product for a lot of us relaxed girlies and natural girlies too. But I think they changed the formula since then, which sucks. But the VO5 conditioners have been known to be good, but I don't know how good they are now, unfortunately. Tanya, would you be willing on one of your lives to talk about the effects of mental health on hair growth and hair care? Absolutely. I love that. And even better, I can like have a professional come online with me and talk about that, right? I love that. I'm writing it down. It's going in my notebook. The effects. Hair growth and mental health. I love that. I love it. Thank you for that idea, sis. Thank you for that. All right, let's see. Anything else? Did I miss anything? I'm gonna take these two down. They're so cute, little cinnamon buns. I want to take them down because I haven't taken them down. I haven't even taken these two down. I did my hair last night, so I have no idea what it looks like because this is from last night. But I want to take it down to see what it looks like. All right, let's see what I miss. Went back to Greece. Nature's blessing. I used from my son when they were really young. Do you get any pushback from significant others, family, or friends about your natural hair? How do you develop confidence for your hair? In the beginning, I got a little bit of pushback from some family members, but once they start seeing like the growth and the health, then it was a different story. You know, hold on, let me, where's my charger? My computer's about to die. Where is my charger? Hold on, guys. Oh, here it is. I don't want to lose you. Yeah, so in the beginning I did, but once my family and friends start seeing like, oh wow, her hair is growing, her hair looks good, like it just kind of started changing. But then also too, we are in this space where most people are natural. Like like you see more Black women showing their curly hair, their textured hair in movies and commercials out and about. So now it's kind of like the norm, you know? But as far as like confidence and like building confidence for your hair, I mean, it just comes down to knowing that, you know, how can I say this? You just can't care. You can't care what people think. I mean, because if it's not your hair, it's an outfit you have. It's a life decision. It's a career move that you made that someone's not gonna like. We don't have time to be dependent on the opinions of other people. That's a lot of power to give people. Okay, no. So, you know, I think it's just getting to a place where you're like, this is what I like. I'm gonna do what I like. I like this phone case. I don't want a black one. I want the one with the pretty flowers. So I'm gonna stick with the one with the flowers. And if you don't like it, then tough titties. Sorry. Beep, we're gonna beep that out. This is what you're getting. You're getting Tanya after dark right now. But seriously. But it's also, I don't want to like, I don't want to play or minimize how, your feelings, but there has to come to a place, to a point where you're like, I'm going to do this because I want to do this. And it's so empowering. And the more you make those decisions in life where it's like, I'm going to do this, the better it becomes. It becomes like confidence is a muscle, y'all. Like you got to work that thing, shawty, in order for it to grow. And it starts in small decisions. Okay. So that's my little TED talk. But I think this also ties into mental health too and confidence. So I'm writing this down too, because we can talk about all the products we want in the world, y'all. But what about like the emotions behind it? What about when you don't feel comfortable walking outside with your wash and go? What about when you're not confident with your TWA? Like, like the psychological things about hair care and what, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so much bigger. So listen, I wrote notes. So we're gonna talk more about it. I think it's worth talking about for sure. Faux show. All right, where did I leave off at? We're ending soon. And if you guys have to go, thank you guys for being here. We'll be back next Thursday, 7:00 on Instagram. So I'll post that in the community chat, the community YouTube. So just FYI, but I want to finish tonight as strong as I possibly can without falling asleep. So let's see. Oh, I forgot to say, if you like this live, please be sure to like this live. If you have not liked this live as of yet, please like this video. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Okay, so let's see. We answered that. What's your opinion on Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Deep Conditioner as a monthly protein treatment? That's fine, but is it really protein? That's my question. Or is it moisturizing? Let's see really quick. Ingredients. Okay, strengthens. It's strengthening. All right, let's see. But what's strengthening? Like, what's the ingredient? Okay. Oh, okay. We got some hydrolyzed protein in here. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I would say this is definitely a once a month light protein treatment. Absolutely. Great question. Please do a video on cholesterol in the future. I don't think a lot of us are using these products correctly. Absolutely, Ashley. Great suggestion. Isabel64 said, just get Aussie Moist, just as affordable. VO5 ain't it at all. Listen, it sucks because they were it. Their conditioner, their strawberry and cream conditioner, VO5 back in 2008 was thebomb.com, but they changed it. I don't like when brands do that. It's so annoying. Okay, let's see. Answered that already. I answered that. I wear a turban for cultural reasons. Is there a way to keep my hair from drying excessively? Yes, at night when you're home, moisturize your hair before you go to bed. If you have to do this on a daily basis or every other day, every 2 days, every 3 days, that would be key. But your hair needs to be moisturized. You can do the LCO method, liquid, cream, oil in that order. I would do that, absolutely. And then when you do wash your hair, weekly basis or bi-weekly basis, deep condition, that's going to be key. But that's what I would do. Absolutely. And because you wear a turban for cultural reasons, if you can find like a silk lining, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and this might be a business idea for you. You don't gotta give me no money for this, okay? This might be a business idea for you. What if you create a silk-lined turban or a silk satin line? You know what I'm trying to say? That could be so dope if they're not out there already. I'm just saying, because that would be better against the hair versus the cotton. You know what I'm saying? So just an idea. And if you do it, let me know. Let me know. Listen. Okay, let's see. Viviscal pills for the hair. I think I answered that. Not tonight though, but I did answer that recently. So they're using marine collagen, biotin, zinc, vitamin C, and iron to support hair growth. Um, I think it's a solid solution for hair loss. But I would look into like Nutrafol or Shadavi hair vitamins, or the pure encapsulated. This isn't it though, but the pure encapsulated um, hair complex vitamin that they have. You just have other options that have better ratings too. So, but that's my thoughts on the Vivascol, pills for hair. Hopefully that helps. All right, let's see. We're almost done. Can you suggest a leave-in conditioner for fine, high porosity hair that can be used prior to blow drying? Yes. Apogee Pro Vitamin leave-in conditioner. It is a liquid leave-in conditioner, and it is awesome. And that is actually the one I use on my hair prior to blow drying. So yes, I recommend that one. That's a great topic because we have been destroyed as a people believing our hair is not good enough. The mental health topic, our hair is the best because we are the salt of the earth. Wow, she said what she said. But I can definitely see how that can be the root cause of a lot of just perceptions of our hair. And yeah, absolutely. Mental health and all of that. Because I remember when I was like in second grade, there was a girl in my class. She was a Black girl, but she had beautiful hair, beautiful long curly hair down her back. And just looking at her, I felt bad about myself because my hair didn't look like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine for young girls growing up today, there's so much going on social media. Like because I was born 1990. Okay. 93, 97. Man, what's the IG? What's a YouTube? We didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine what that's like for kids nowadays. So I think it's definitely a conversation worth having for sure. I missed your question about Blue Magic, Indian hemp, and Botana grease. Can I mix them and put them on my scalp and hair? You can. The only thing I would watch out for, Lizzie, is making sure that it doesn't like weigh your hair down or not too heavy. But if you mix together Indian hemp and Botana grease, that can be a nice sealant. Just use a little bit. A little goes a long way. All right, let's see. In the mid-60s and 70s, we wore our afros proudly in college, but to get and keep a job, wow, we had to straighten our hair. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Tanya, the leave-in by Design Essentials was too watery for my 4B4C hair. Why? Why was it too watery? It's probably the formula. If you want more of a cream base, leave-in conditioner, like I said before, Aussie Moist Miracle Curl leave-in conditioner, Curls Blueberry Bliss leave-in conditioner, or even the As I Am Bond leave-in conditioner. Can you do a video on medium porosity? You know what? I don't think I've done a video on medium porosity. I can definitely do that. I'm writing that down. All right, gang, we're getting down to the wire, getting down to the bottom. Tanya, do you have videos on how I can find out my hair type? I probably do. If you type in curly chemistry hair type, see what pops up, because I'm pretty sure I did a video like a few years ago, which probably needs to be updated, to be honest. But I would definitely check out, or like in the search bar here on YouTube, curly chemistry hair type. Is the Wart salicylic acid remover good to use on my ingrown hair? I can't tell you. I would check out the reviews, because if it's for warts, it may have some other stronger ingredients in there. So I can't say, unfortunately. But I would check out the reviews and see what people are saying, because there may be someone in there who said, hey, I use it on ingrown hair, it works great, you know? So I would definitely check that out. But definitely check out CeraVe, the brand CeraVe. I plan on going gray. What products are good in transitioning? Hair mask, moisture, hydration, especially if you plan on going gray, hands down. Gray hair tends to be more porous, whether that's you coloring your hair gray, you know, or you like transitioning gray, like, hey, I'm gonna let my hair grow out. It does tend to be more porous, so it loses moisture very quickly. So you want to do more hydrating treatments, more deep conditioning, keep up with your moisturizing and your sealing to lock that moisture into the cuticle. That's what I would do. Do you use the Ritual Multi something, the pure encapsulated one same day? Do they have the same vitamins that's making it assessor, or do you choose when to use one or the other? Yeah, so I use them the same day. I use them the same day. The same day. Hey, Tanya, and chat Grace, something has a, oh, awesome. So there is a satin line turban. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. All right. I think we are good to go. I think we're good on questions. This has been a 2.5 hour live. Oh my goodness. But I believe it was a great live. I think it was a good live. Don't they repeat ingredients? Yep, there are some repetitive ingredients like the biotin. But biotin, B vitamins, for example, are a water-soluble vitamin, so they don't stay in the body for long, even if you do take like a multivitamin and a B complex or biotin together. But yeah, but thank you guys for being here. Once again, we're going live next Thursday on Instagram. I'll post that link next week, and then we will be back here in 2 weeks at 7 o'clock, because I know I get people asking me, I always miss your lives. When do you go live? Every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unless I'm traveling, I'll let you guys know in advance. But we do Instagram, YouTube. So next week will be Instagram. Okay. What else? That's all I gotta say. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. For all things curly chemistry, hydrating herbal hair tea rinse, we're doing free shipping for the weekend. So definitely go ahead and check it out. The link is below. One-on-one hair care coaching. All my consultations are below as well. Amazon storefront below as well. Everything is in the description box. All right. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful evening, a blessed weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay. Oh, let's take these down. Let's see what they look like, because I'm curious. Let's see what it look like. Dun, 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 dun. Ha ha. Let's take the cinnamon rolls down, gang. Okay. So the pin curls are I'm not gonna like go like that, because I'm literally gonna like pop them back up as soon as I get off of this and put my little scarf on and go to bed, or at least start relaxing and then go to bed. But yeah, looks really good. Looks really good. My goal, it has. Thank you so much. Thank you. My goal is to keep this for 2 weeks, which is not my norm. Y'all know I wash my hair every week, but when I do a silk press, and this isn't even a real silk press. This is like a semi silk press, because I did it. But when Maggie do it, baby, it'd be like, it'd be a whole. You think this is pretty? When Maggie do my silk press, it'd be like, wow. But when I do silk press, I try to leave the style in for 2 weeks. It's rare I go 3 weeks, because at that point my scalp is itchy and I gotta wash my hair. But yeah, that's the goal. So we'll see how it goes. I will be using lightweight oils. I did a deep conditioner prior to this style, so I won't be using any water-based products on my hair, which is why I always say hydration prior to the silk press. So your hair is kind of like, what's the word that bears do? What do bears do for the winter? It's a word that bears do. What's the word, y'all, that bears do? I forget. Thank you. Hibernate. Thank you, Connie. Thank you. So I do the hydration. So the moisture hibernates in my hair. So I can go these next 2 weeks without needing to put a cream or a water-based moisturizer in my hair. Now, honestly, probably after the week and a half, I can probably get away with putting it on the ends, which will probably need it the most, but I can still maintain the straight style. At least for the next 2 weeks or so. But in the meantime, on a daily basis, a lightweight oil. I'm probably going to be using the K18 oil. That's the lightest oil I have right now. I can't use sweet almond on this because it's going to weigh it down. But like the K18 oil, I'm going to use that on the length of my hair to kind of keep like that softness and, you know, or reducing frizz and that shine and whatnot. So yeah. Okay. I want to go now. I want to so pressed to enjoy my tailbone length hair, but these hot flat. Oh, I understand. I understand, Lanaya. I understand. I mean, I don't understand because I ain't there yet. But I understand because my mama is 62 and she be going through it. So I understand. Okay. But yeah, and that's a whole nother video. I'm writing this down too. That's a whole nother video. Menopause. Post-menopause, perimenopause, and hair care, baby. What can we do? And it's not even what can I do because I'm not there yet. But when I get there, I want to know what to do. Okay. But anyway, I love y'all. I'm going to go now. I feel like we can talk all night, but this shall come to an end. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Gillian is like 9:31. Okay. Thank you so much for reminding me of the time because I need to go. But anyway, I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys soon. Yeah, and I will say this live. So if you miss anything, just come on back within the next 5 minutes. You can watch the whole thing. Well, as long as you want to take your notes, all the things. Okay. All right. Love y'all. Bye.